good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man, and I'm here again. I told you, this is Dallas Cowboy thing, but I told you, we're talking to these young men, these high school athletes out there, and we've been getting a lot of great young athletes out there. I'm going to just call them dogs because that's what they are. That's what they've been doing. And guess what? I got another student athlete, young man, and I'm going to call him a dog too because if you go watch this tape and we're going to post this tape, this man an animal. Guess what? I got Jake Darling in here from where we at? San Marcos, Texas.
Yes, sir. San Marcos, Texas.
San Marcos, Texas, 6'3", 245-pound senior. How you doing, Jake?
I'm doing great.
Hey, man, I'm glad you've been able to jump on the show and be able to talk about you. I'm really excited, like I just told you off the camera. I've had a slew of offensive players. I need an edge rusher. I need a guy to come off the edge. That's what I like. I know you got to like some Micah Parsons out there. You already got the size measurables. You like Micah Parsons, big dog?
Love him.
Tell me why you like him.
I just think he's really twitchy and he's really quick. He has a quick ball get off, and he just makes people miss. It makes them look stupid.
Yeah, he definitely does, man. He's a whole different breed, and I'm glad the Cowboys got him. I can't wait to see what he's going to be in year 2. He's going to be crazy. But this is about you, and like I said, you play the defensive end position, so let's talk about it. First of all, what do you really like about the defensive end position yourself?
Really, I like my reads a lot. So like I watch the movement. So once I see that when I see that offensive tackle move, I just go off his movement. And first off, when I get off, I use my hands to feel where he's going. And if I feel him, then I can adjust to where he's trying to go to make sure that I can set the edge. But if I don't feel him, then it's usually I got to squeeze down and make sure I close in the inside gaps, or I gotta get in my rush. So I like that a lot. And I also like being violent every single play. That's just who I am. I like hitting things. I like wreaking havoc. So I mean, really, defense end for me is a really good spot, and I absolutely love it for sure.
Well, you know what? I like watching guys wreaking havoc. I like sacks. I like pressures. I like all that good stuff, dog. So I'm going to tell you right now, the stuff that you were seeing on tape, and folks, we're going to post these videos. Once you see this tape, y'all going to be like, okay, I'm going to be looking for some Jake Darling because he's a monster. He's nice. So when we're talking about the defensive end, you already told me, hey, you like wrecking shop. You like being aggressive, attacking people. What would you say Jake Darling's strengths are right now at that position?
I feel like I have a really high motor, so like I just keep going. I don't give up, even if the ball runs to the other side. I'm gonna make those plays. I'm gonna flow to the sideline to sideline. I say that I got this over this summer. I've been working on my pass rush skills, trying to become a technician. I've been working on my fluidity. So this next year, I'm gonna be it's gonna be hard to block me because I'm gonna be coming off the edge real fast, and I'm gonna be putting the offensive lineman, setting them up because, pass rush game is like chess. You got each move you make, you got to set them up for the next one. And, I got a lot of counters now. So I'm just really trying to make them, get out of position, stuff like that.
All right. Well, I like that. So what would you say some things that you want to kind of work on in your heading into your senior season?
So, I've been starting to do a lot of yoga because to do some fluidity. That's kind of been my biggest knock. So I've been really trying hard. I've been doing a lot of stretching on my own. I've been working with JC Carter up in Houston. Shout out Trench Dogs Academy. Been working with him a lot. Been just trying to learn new skills, new moves, and just learning how to use my feet and my hands and my hips as my weapons.
Okay, that's real nice. Now, one thing I did notice is that hand fighting. A lot of defensive ends, I mean, even going into the pros, they say, oh, he doesn't have a lot of pass rush moves. He just kind of comes with a bull rush. And then if he gets stoned, he can't really do anything else. And I see that you're already being a meticulous worker on that. And that's going to be a huge advantage to you because just like you said, you want to get even more twitchy and want to get more fluidity to your game. But if you already have the hand fighting with it and you're continuing to add that other part of it, you're right. You are going to be a very hard player to stop. Now, you say you play defensive end, and I watched your tape, and you played a little off-ball linebacker, and you also played defensive tackle. Is that your position of choice, defensive end, or are you going to fly around until those other positions in your senior season?
So I'm going to be starting at defensive end, but this year I'll be playing everywhere. One of my biggest strengths is versatility.
Hmm.
I have a high football IQ, so I can play anywhere that coach needs me to play. I also
Hmm.
played a little bit of tight end last year, but this year I'm going to be a primary defensive end. And depending on who we play or how the other team plays, I'm going to be moving all over.
Okay, I like that. I've seen the versatility of what you were doing, and that's going to help you obviously going into college. Okay, so what are some of Jake Darling's personal goals heading into this senior season?
Well, first 3 games, I want 10 sacks. I want to start off strong,
Uh
real
huh.
strong. I want to become I'm going to keep working on becoming a technician, trying to perfect as many moves as possible so I can have those when I need it.
Hmm.
Uh, Also, my counters, that's really big in the rush game because sometimes your first move doesn't work. So when you get stopped, you got to figure out how to basically work off of the position of the offensive tackle and still get on to your rush path.
Man, okay. Let me tell you something. When we do this video, I do a lot of shows with my Cowboys people, and I'm gonna tell you right now, they're gonna love listening to you talk, because you talking that technical work, and that's that technical work. People forget about that because even if you're an athlete, you still got to be a studier and a technician of the game. Because when you have all them athletes, like you said, you're gonna be unstoppable, and I can't wait to see what you're gonna do. Now, you've recently attended some camps and you kind of showed out. You attended Rice. I know you attended some few other camps. What was you trying to really show the coaches when you went to these camps that what Jake Darling's really about?
I'm trying to show them I'm a psycho. Like when I do those one-on-ones, I be ripping my shirt off. I be
You be
talking
going,
mess.
I seen it. You be crazy, dog. I'm keeping real. I don't mean to cut you off because I want you to finish that. But I said, okay, everybody else is in different gear, and this dude is looking like a crazy nut out here, and he's killing them. So, kind of tell me about that style that you went with.
I play with high energy, and I got a really high motor, and I'm super super competitive. I get it from my mom. I just love balling out. Football's my love. And what I also try showing coaches that, hey, I got some moves and I'm really
Hmm.
quick and I don't like getting touched and I like getting to that quarterback real quick. I love to get me some sacks.
Yeah, man. So what's a personal sack goal this season?
Ooh, I want to at least have 2 per game. So, you know, trying to at least if we play 10 games, play 10 regular season games, I want around 20.
Okay, you can do it. Now, do you happen to have your last year stats?
Yes, sir. So I had around 9 sacks, but I played a majority of the season. I played linebacker.
Okay.
This year, I'm
Well,
playing more of that outside linebacker, edge rusher, because I've gained 30 pounds since last season,
mm,
and that's just basically that's what I've seen myself as a natural fit at the next level.
yeah, definitely. 6'3", 245 pounds. And guess what? You're going to get bigger. Let's keep it real. Once you get into college, they're going to get you bigger. So you're going to be bigger than the 245, especially if you put that 30 pounds on in 1 year. Yeah, you definitely going to be a monster, big dog. Woo wee. I can't wait to watch this dude in college. He about to be killing people. You know what I'm saying? So you already got me excited, man. But speaking of schools, we was talking about, what you want to show college coaches are about. But what do you want to look for a school academic wise and athletic wise? Because I seen you had like a 4.0, so obviously you're killing it in the classroom as well. Talk to me about what do you look for in a school?
So most off, first importantly, I want to play a high level of football wherever that is, and I want to play for a winning culture. So like when I join the program, I want to play with like, a bunch of players that are like minded like me,
Hmm.
and that we all have the same goals, aspirations, and we're all working together. Because I'm a big hard work guy. Like I believe it's Kevin Durant. He quoted, "Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work." So that's basically what I do. My goal is to outwork everyone, and I'm hoping to find a bunch of like-minded people that will do the same with me. And then also, I'm trying to chase get a really good degree at the same time, wherever that
Hmm.
is. I would like to study business and finance, and I'm a really big people person. Probably going to go into the econ side, but I just love grinding. That's just who I am.
Well, I can already see the grind, and like I said, I can't wait. I love those type of players and athletes, and I'm gonna keep it real. I interviewed already a lot of young men already, and this is no slight to anybody, but I've seen a lot of tape of a few of the players. One of the players in particular, Aiden Armenta, who I interviewed prior before he quarterback for in New Mexico, and another running back named Jalen Washington. He's a running back from Mississippi. You kind of remind me of his style as far as the hard work. This dude is getting up every every morning at like 6 a.m., lifting, yoga, working out, like he is working like no other. And it inspires me. Every time I see it, it inspires me. And then when I went through your Twitter, not being on no stalker stuff, but when I went through your Twitter, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this dude is working. Like every time I see something, he is always in the gym. He's always trying to get better. And those are the type of players, I ain't gonna lie, those are the type of players I really love to watch because they excite me, because I guess I'm a hard worker myself. So I like seeing like-minded people. So I just really love how you're bringing it to the table, and I love your style already. But let's talk about Texas. All right. Now, I've interviewed other people from other young men from different states, but let's talk about Texas. I'm actually from Dallas Fort Worth. A lot of my family is from Texas, and I already know how Texas football is. But if people who maybe not know about Texas football, kind of let people know, why is Texas football so good?
So basically, so like my head coach, he's been coaching for 25 years, John Walsh. He every before each game, we do the 3 F's, which is faith, family, and football.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I believe what Texas is built on. The faith side, family, and then football. So like football is basically embedded in Texas culture. Every Friday night you have the stands packed. You have people from both little cities come in into the stadium, usually around 6,000 people, and just watch the football. And then on Sunday nights we turn on TV and we watch the Cowboys. We watch the Texans, even though they're not that good right now.
Right. We
But
want to keep them down.
you know what I'm saying? Like football is so big in Texas. It's like a culture thing. And for me, I started playing football when I was 6 years old, and then when I was 7, I played 2 years up with my brother. So I've been playing football for as long as I can remember. So everyone starts from an early age, and since everyone does that and everyone works from the early age, football is so competitive here. Like it's king. It's king. It's like the capital of the nation, like Texas. Like you go to Texas, you will find some ball players.
Yeah, you definitely will. Actually, my cousin is actually headed to LSU. He may change because he visited Michigan State and then he visited Cal Santa Barbara. But my cousin Ryan Yates, he's headed to LSU right now as a safety. He plays for Denton Geyer in Texas. So I know, and his games was packed and it was crazy. So we already know about it's like a religion for real. It's like you said, once you grow up and you're raised in it, that's just what it is. It's just part of life. So if you ain't never know about Texas football, go check out my cousin Ryan Yates, and definitely check out Jake Darling, because they're going to show you what Texas football is all about. But before we head off here, Jake, and I really appreciate your time. I was really excited when you hit me back. I was like, yeah, this is going to be a good one, and it has, because I really love how you breaking down the game and really breaking down the technical side of the football, especially at the defensive end position, because a lot of people want to know. I think one of the reasons why I bring a lot of young men on, because I want you guys to kind of explain it, so when the people are really listening to you, they'll be like, man, this kid really knows his craft, and they're going to be more interested in watching what you do. But what's an inspiration for Jake Darling? Now, I know you mentioned your mother. She's already following me on Twitter. I know she's a great woman. She just seems like she all about Jake Darling. I see her too. I was like, yeah, she love her boy. She all about him. So, but who inspires Jake Darling when he wakes up in the morning? Who is like a mentor to you, and who do you kind of look up to you and say, man, even when I'm tired, I kind of have this to kind of keep pushing me?
Yeah. Okay. So my oldest brother, he is 21 years old. He has special needs, and our family, we take really good care of him, and he can't do much for himself. So every time I have the chance to go to school, and I get to go play football, I play for him, because that's this he didn't have the chance to do it, and every day I'm blessed to do the things that I do. So every time I get the chance to do what I do it to the best of my abilities. And I also play for my mom, because she takes really good care of me. She sacrifices so much for me, and so is my dad. My dad is my biggest supporter. He drives me out to Houston to train with my trainers. He's driven me to Oklahoma to go to the OU camp. He flies me places, so I can have that opportunity to earn a scholarship. So really have a big family support system. My older brother, he pushes me every day. Hunter, he's my second. He's 19 right now. He pushes me every day in the weight room. He wakes me up, and he tells me like, we're gonna get this work. He plays basketball at Trinity currently right now, so he a college athlete. He tells me what it's like, And then my younger sister, she's a big competitor too. So I just have a really competitive family. They push me every day, and they keep me driven. They keep me on that narrow path, so to speak. And that's just really it. I love my family. They take good care of me, and they keep me inspired.
Hey man, that is awesome. It sounds like you come from a competitive family, but it sounds like you come from a sports oriented family. So when you come from like a sports oriented family, there's that natural competitive. It don't matter what you do. Any little tiny thing is gonna be something competitive, and that's what I love about it, man. That's pretty awesome, man. Just your story, and just bouncing off when you're talking about your brother with the special needs. That's awesome because my son actually was special needs as well. He had a speech impediment when he was born. He couldn't really talk until he was like 3 to 4 years old, and he was saying very small words. So it was very trying. But like you said, that was an inspiration for me to always work hard, to always be there for him and go the extra mile. He eventually came out of it. You would never know when you're talking to him now that he even has it. So I mean, he talks about it all the time how he kept pressing through, and we kept pressing through, and we kept fighting. So I definitely feel you on that side of it, and that's really special to me that you bringing that up. So I wish the best for your whole family, especially for your brother, in the very near future. So before we kind of head out of here, Jake, do you have anybody that you want to give any shout outs to before we head out of here?
Yeah, I'd love to shout out, Coach Nash. He does a lot of podcasts, so he's kind of helped me prepare for this. Shout out JC, my trainer, Trench Dogs Academy. He's been getting me right. Been teaching me how to craft. He's been crafting with me. Been teaching me how to use my hands, feet, and hips again, like I said, to defeat blocks. Shout out Coach Kleiber. He's been working 6 in the morning during the whole season. He's been just me and him been in the film room. He's been explaining what my job is because I do play multiple positions. So he's kind of like another father figure to me. He takes good care of me, and he really like loves on me. He's like my whisperer. He knows how to talk to me. He knows how to
Mm-hmm.
explain things right. So that he's a really big part of my life too. And my parents, thank you guys so much for taking good care of me and pouring into me day in, day out, and pushing me to be the best version of myself.
Man, that's awesome. This
Oh,
young
wait, actually, I
man.
got one more.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead, go
Yo,
ahead.
Bryson, if you listen to this, thank you so much for helping me come fast. And he's been working with me too at Pflugerville Sacrifice Training. He we get some really good quality work with him, and he's been helping me become more fluid, and he's been helping me decrease my 40 time. So I run like a 4.7, high 4.6. So he's kind of got me in that range. So I really appreciate it.
Hey man, that's awesome. And I seen you do that run when you ran like a 4.74 and you said you're getting it down even more, which I know you will because of your dedication and hard work. So we ain't even worried about that. Anything that you want to do, Jake, I'm gonna just be honest with you. Nothing's gonna stop you. I'm gonna just be honest just by listening to you. Anything you really want to do, nothing's gonna stop you. So I can't really wait till you get on this scene, this senior year. As I told all the other young athletes before, we're not just gonna have one interview. We're going to do a mid-season interview to kind of chart your season, and at the end of the season, kind of like the personal goals that me and you both talked about, or you basically explained to me. We'll look at this end of the season when we do another interview and say, "Hey, remember when we talked about that? You said you was getting 20, you end up getting 23, dog. That's you know what I mean?" So that's what we're going to be really excited about. I got a portfolio that I'm building up, and I'm going to share on Twitter. So just as much tape that you can get from yourself, any camps, anything like that, I'm going to put it on my page to show the world who Jake Darling is. So as much as you can get from me, I'm going to continue to show the world what you're about and who you are, because the world needs to know Jake Darling's about to be a monster out there. So before I head off, I did see you did get your first Division I offer. Can you tell me about the school and how that felt?
So I got my first Division I offer on Wednesday. I went
Nice.
to camp. I went to camp on Monday at A&M Commerce. I ran an unofficial 4.7. It was I got to work with Coach Smith and Coach Williams. I had a really good camp. I really enjoyed the competitive atmosphere. I was actually at DeSoto. I was in DeSoto, Texas. They had a DeSoto High School, so
Mm-hmm.
I got to play against some dogs in Dallas, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Uh, and 2 days later, it was 9. I got the call. He said he was going to give me an official offer, and I was so hyped. I could not go to sleep. I was up until 3 in the morning. Like, this is what I've been dreaming about. So, Shout out to A&M Commerce, for giving me that love and giving me the offer because I've been it's been driving me even more to to be the
I
best version.
want, yeah, you want more. Go ahead and say it. You want more. That just drives you say, I want more. You
I
know what I
want to be
mean?
better, coach. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I love it. Woo, man, I can't wait, dog. Like, man, I can't wait to watch you, bro. I can't wait to see what college you go to because I'm telling you, I'm gonna be following that for real. Because I feel like you got a chance, and you know what I'm talking about. You got a chance. Now a lot of people talk about the league and the NFL, but you got a
Mm-hmm.
chance. I'm being very honest, and I'm being honest because I coached 15 years of football. I got some kids right now who are playing football right now. Particularly, I got one kid. His name is Julius Wood. He plays for East Carolina. He played for me as a safety. Make sure you're trying to look him up. He's a junior right now. He's about 6'2", 215. He's nice. But I can't say I know a little bit of talent, and I've seen a lot of talent. And, bro, you keep your head right, you got a chance. I'm gonna just keep it real. You got a chance. So I'm really excited. And all y'all people out here, make sure y'all check out this interview because we've been interviewing a lot of young men out there and another awesome one in the book. So for myself, Big Game James, Mr. Jake Darling, and Generation Next, check out this interview. This is a great one. We'll be talking to you soon.